Sup, my friends, and welcome back to the Dragon's Lair. This is the Taoist Dragon of the Epic Peeps fam, but you can call me Toasty. And, hi. I don't necessarily know how to start this episode and stuff. Yeah. I know I was talking about being more consistent, and I don't feel like I've been doing a good job at that. Top of that, I'm pretty quiet around social media and stuff like that, and I feel bad about that. Legit. And I don't really have a reason. Right now, I'm off from school, so I have more free time than I did, and I just haven't been utilizing it well. And it's making me think about myself more critically. There's gonna be background noise, but it's hard to fight that. Pretty much I know that as a person I go through cycles of things, and I form habits easily, but that's a good and a bad thing. Once I'm in the YouTube habit again, I'll be able to maintain a pretty good upload schedule, I believe. But yeah, it's getting back there and fighting against myself in a way. And it's the large chunk of reason why there's a lot of unfinished series on the channel is just as a person I hop in between stuff. And YouTube has been the thing that I stuck with most consistently, but as a person I hop between stuff. So once I fell off the train, it just went downhill. And with YouTube, it wasn't this big leap, it was gradually over time I was losing my grip on it. When I went from 2 videos a day to 1 video a day and stuff like that. I don't even remember what it was like doing 2 videos a day. And another thing is that also has made my channel very crazy. There's all sorts of random content on it, from animated videos to let's plays and stuff like that. Part of that is just trying to find my niche. And that's a lot of what's on my mind right now, is finding something that resonates with me. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that does, but there's nothing that truly feels like me. And yeah, for one, I definitely want to make the channel more focused. I've been saying that since forever, but I don't even know what that necessarily is. And I hate to keep bringing it up. I hate to just keep jumping around, because I've had too many videos at this point of me going, I'm going to be doing this. No, now I'm going to be doing that. And I just want it to stop. It's one of my least favorite things about me, to be quite honest, is just that. But I never gave myself the time to think about myself. So I'm going to do that. And as of right now, I have no idea what that means for this channel. I just want to start making videos more regularly again, because that's important to me. And it's when I feel the best about myself is when I'm doing creative things. Also meditation and stuff like that. All things that I've fallen out of and just need to get back into. And yeah, I have some animated stuff in the works. I just finished a script for one thing, stuff like that. But for me, Let's Plays, that's why I started YouTube. And it just makes it's a space where I can produce videos more readily, because Let's Plays are very straightforward for the most part. I mean, there's definitely some people who edit it more or less and whatever, and that's going to alter it. And I'm personally of like the school of thought of like just keeping editing to like jokes or rather sparse. Like, I like that feeling of just sitting with a person and watching them play games like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, especially early versions of them. And yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily what the people on YouTube want to see nowadays. It may be a niche market at this point, but that doesn't mean I'd necessarily stop, because it's more of what I'm geared towards, and that means that the content's going to be better than me trying to force myself to do something that just doesn't mesh with me. But that's always taken with a grain of salt. I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this to be watched and enjoyed, and that obviously means paying attention to your surroundings, whatever. And yeah, I just need to be more active on social media. I need to be more active on YouTube, and I know that. And I'm sorry that I just fell off the wagon. I don't want to keep doing videos like this, but that just means buckling down, hitting the grindstone again, and it also means I got to think about what I want. I don't want to scare anybody. The content that I've put on the channel is all content that I like, and I definitely feel like personally I have this kind of weird sense of humor, and that is definitely what I'm going to stick with. So at the core of this channel is always going to be a variety channel, because that's also just me as a person. I'll have an animated thing here and whatever, but the thing is, I definitely want to cut back on that stuff, pick a handful of things like writing, skits. I call them skits because I don't have another word for them, but they don't necessarily have to be like quote unquote skits, but you know, stuff like that. And like the Let's Plays. And I've also been thinking about my Let's Plays, and maybe if you guys are up to it, doing some first look kind of stuff where I kind of play a game and show like what it is and give like my initial impressions, and leaving it at that. Maybe like 1 or 2 videos on a game, not necessarily to completion, because that's kind of how I play games anyways, and it would just, I feel, produce better content than doing that anyways with a video game that I was supposed to play to completion. That's a weird way of putting it, but just to reword that, it's like having the expectation that I'm only going to play it for a couple episodes to give you guys the initial look, and then as opposed to me saying, I'm going to finish this game, and then I never do. Okay, this video is long and rambly, so I want to just end it off here, just throwing some stuff out there. Thank you so much for listening, and have a beautiful whatever.